This man had lovingly told his wife before death, "You look most beautiful at 80. In the next life, I still want to see your wrinkled face." But once they reach heaven, Haishu is completely dumbfounded. Her husband has become a 30-year-old. Now the two of them look more like mother and son than husband and wife. Looking at her husband full of vitality, then at her own wrinkled hands, Haishu feels extremely uncomfortable. At this moment, a woman in black suddenly appears, staring at her intently. In the blink of an eye, she vanishes again. Then Lejun happily takes Haishu on a tour of their heavenly home. Lejun tries to carry Haishu to the bed, but after several failed attempts, he awkwardly gives up. At night, Lejun looks forward to sleeping with Haishu, but Haishu is in a terrible mood. Lejun doesn't understand why Haishu is avoiding him. Haishu is worried about her appearance. She remembers her husband saying before death that he loved how she looked at 80. Lejun has obviously forgotten what he said back then, but Haishu doesn't call him out on it. She lies, saying she filled in the wrong age. Lejun blames her for the mistake. Haishu feels wronged and hides in her room, crying alone. The next day, Lejun takes her to a welcome party. On the way, people stare at them strangely. Haishu feels embarrassed and wants to hide. Soon they arrive at the venue. Since Lejun has to go to work, Haishu has to walk in alone. She's stunned the moment she enters. The room is full of young, beautiful faces. To ease the awkwardness, she proactively greets a little girl in the front row. Unexpectedly, when the little girl speaks, she has an old lady's voice. The woman next to her explains, "She's my mother-in-law." It turns out the daughter-in-law was seriously ill before death and was cared for devotedly by her mother-in-law. Knowing she owed her mother-in-law too much, she begged her mother-in-law on her deathbed, "If there's a next life, please be my daughter, so I can take care of you." Now in heaven, this promise has come true. Listening to their story, Haishu feels both moved and envious. After the welcome party ends, Haishu sees that woman in black again, but she disappears in an instant. On the way home, Lejun invites Haishu to lunch. The way to buy things in heaven is to exchange them with good deeds done on earth. Haishu nervously extends her hand, deeply worried about having insufficient balance. When food appears before her eyes, she breathes a sigh of relief.